Okay, this is Starsector version 0.97a RC10. I know there is an RC11, but I'm still using RC10 for my double Ordos testing right now. This is vanilla with some utility mods. I did make a couple of changes, but they're cosmetic and they shouldn't affect any actual, anything. But they're just cosmetic for more information. So, thing about this fleet is it's my Onslaught 2 Gryphon 3 Conquest fleet. But the difference is there are no S mods whatsoever, and the officers are only level 4. So you can see here's my skills and my weapons. You can see that I have neural interface. That's just so I can take out one officer for that much more XP bonus. These two Gryphons are the same. Skills, weapons. This one is, here's the weapons, is the neural interface. Notice the Conquest fires to the right. This one, it also fires to the right. And because these two fire to the right, they're going to be going to the left. And then Conquest 5 fires to the left, so it's going to be going to the right. And then these are my skills. So again, with the changes, then now I'm taking Neuralink and Cybernetic Augmentation. And the Neuralink is just so I can count, my fleet will count as only having 4 officers instead of 5, so I get that much more XP. Even though and so you can see that even though what ends up happening for this test fleet is that because I do have extra junk officers that I was testing with, it doesn't happen that way, but it still works out to I'm still going to get max bonus. But you can see that all the officers that I'm using are only level 4. So this is my double Ordos test fleet. It's chosen just because this test fleet it closely matches the statistics for an average Ordos fleet from a full Nexus, or 2 average Ordos fleet from a full Nexus. Typically, an Ordos fleet will have 1 Radiant, 1 Nova, and a number of other ships, and these 2 fleets put together kind of matches those statistics. So max XP bonus because it's just such a small fleet that I have by comparison. So you can see one of the shortcomings of this game right now is there's no way to kind of choose or select how you want to do your initial formation. This Conquest is supposed to be on the right side, but you can't tell it to do that because it fires to the left, so it needs to be on the right. So I have to manually burn command points to tell it to go to the right at the beginning of the combat, while these two need to go to the left, but they're on the right, so I need to tell them to do that. So it's one of the shortcomings of the game that you don't have a way to like sort them in the beginning, and so now I have to burn command points just to lay them out in the way that I want them to be laid out. And so that Conquest 5 is going to be behind getting to the action. Now, what is Conquest 3 doing? He's backing off. He's at 0 flux, and he's backing away from combat. Meanwhile, this guy, his flux is loaded up a lot already, and we'll see when Conquest 4 decides to back off. But you can see Conquest 3, 0 flux, backing away. So I ordered him to eliminate. I hope he'll actually eliminate. Where is this guy going? Well, technically I didn't tell him to do anything. So let's go ahead and... Now I want Conquest 4, once you're set, to go forward. he should go there. I have no idea why Conquest 3 is deciding to run behind me. So my goal is to have the Gryphons catching the flanks. Again, this guy should be running forward at this point, while the Conquests are in the middle taking care of the big stuff. Alright, so I got that Radiant coming in. Wait, what is he doing? I don't know what he's doing, but oh well. Yeah, see, I don't know why the Gryphon missed that guy, but that's kind of how it goes sometimes. I don't know where this guy is going, but I'm going to have him back off a little bit. Whoops. Oh well. Alright, so let's see how we stand. As you can see, he's still way back here somewhere. Yeah. Whoops, I might get hit by that. Yep, oh well. So I'm taking an opportunity to vent while that Hulk is in the way. Although it's obviously not without risk. Alright. So this run seems like a lot of the big ships came in early. What happened? Oh, darn. So that guy might get away from me. But, oh well. Again, they are commanded to eliminate at this point. They should be focusing all their energy on killing him, but we'll see what happens. Did they actually eliminate them? Alright. Well, I think it's about time to order full assault. Have everybody go in. Yeah, it's my right flank which was really exposed, and so the right side went behind basically. Okay, so I think it's at the last ship. I think it's the last ship. So I'm going to actually take some time to take some stats, and this is why I have the ammo there. So sorry, this is going to be a bit of a pause. And yeah, because that beam is firing, it's going to screw up the beam damage for detailed combat results. But yeah, so I did do some. So one of the changes that I made was that a lot of the ammo, or a lot of the weapons that are infinite ammo, I have them changed to thousands of ammo, because as far as I know, that won't affect the AI, but it allows me to get a count of all the ammo at the end of the fight, and so this way I can compute how much how much they fired, and then from there I can figure out how much they hit and everything. And then you can see the numbers. That's actually one of the mods. I want to say it's the system something marker or something like that mod. It shows you the ammo count of the targeted allied ship or friendly ship, and that way afterwards I can take a look at that. So all right, so yeah, so unfortunately, because it was paused, it's going to affect the beam damage, but oh well. And there's the end. So yeah, lost a lot more crew, but that's because it was kind of messy, because I had to dive into the middle a lot more, and I screwed up a couple of in terms of timing how long it takes me to vent, so I got hit a lot. But also because that one Brilliant went down to the right, and so I had to send the Conquest and Gryphon after it. So that kind of exposed the right flank, and because of that, the right, you can see that the left side did its job, but then right side, all the enemies basically spilled out to the right, and so that's kind of what happened on that run. And it happens sometime, but still able to win fairly easily. Can see I get about 18 million XP, although a lot of it's from the bonus XP. Let's look at the combat results. Not this one. We'll look at this one. So it was still done under 5 minutes. I took a lot more damage than usual. Oh well. We can see that it's still done under 5 minutes, and that's what it looks like. So you can see the damage that I did. Yeah, the IR auto lances, the data will be somewhat exaggerated. You can see how this guy, Conquest 3, the one under neural interface, it says it did 50,000 something thousand, whereas the other one, this guy only did 4,000. Obviously that doesn't make sense, and it's because when it's paused, the detailed combat results continues to accumulate any beam damage when the game is paused. So the beam damage is kind of not reliable, but the other damage is generally reliable. You can get a pretty good sense of how much damage they did from that. So yeah, that's kind of the fight. It would take me 288 supplies to repair, and that's mostly because of me. If I didn't do that, it'd only be everybody else was fine. You can see it only takes 160 supplies, which is how much it costs to deploy them. That's all it takes to repair them. I was the one who did poorly. I took a lot more hull damage than I usually do, but it happens. So yeah, so that's kind of the fight without S mods.